7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia. The reason why I'm laughing is that I was like, what am I doing here? What have I been doing? I've been in a shock because, you see, helping the Muslims leave Islam sometimes. What did I do? And so getting all nervous about this again. What have I done? Oh my God, can you believe it? So I've come this far to tell you that Islam is a false religion and shocked. In pain, so I hope you understand what I mean. That's why I was laughing, reminded recently. Did I really do this? Risk my life and all to help the Muslims. Sorry, I feel kind of ticklish here. So, and for this also, I'm not properly prepared for what I've shown you through the religion, Islam. And we are going to discover online. I mean, I will, and I hope you will help me. So I hope you will help me discover who is God. Can we define him, or is he beyond energy, beyond any definition? Like the 12 Shias and Ismaili Shias belief is about God, that he is beyond his attributes, even his isma, his names. So not to connect him. I mean, in what way? If you've read Najul Balagha, Imam Ali will tell you in a sermon, I don't know which number, I'm not prepared for this. So, do you know who God is? Muslims, can we find him? Can we define him? So, what do the Sunnis say? Because there are some who say that he has, or is it metaphorical? His chin, it's about him, that Quran ayat, that when the shin will be laid bare, or is it about the human shin? Or that when he says, I created this with my two hands, it's metaphorical, so he doesn't have two hands. And there's a hadith or something, hadith. Which hadith is it that he comes down lower, right? And rise, then he comes down. So does he himself, in what way does he come down? All this, and that's from the Sunni side. Sorry, I can't tell you much about the Sunni side, but the Shia sides I can disintegrate. Right? So this is also help for the Ismailis. I've been listening to Ismailis on their channels, their commentaries and all. Oh, what is it? The religious sermons. This is like Wais, Ismaili Wais. Did I pronounce this properly? From the Jinnah. Actually, my aunt told me Jinnah, so it's like, Kutte ki dum, teri ki teri. Kehte hain, in Urdu they say that the dog's tail is turned, so turned. Jinan hai ya? Well, the Ismailis say Ginan and Wais. So these are the ways on how to focus. I found a very good this thing. Let me show you ways. This thing. I don't mean to be rude. So Muhammad Hayat has also got something here. Miss Yar. Oh my God. effing in Islam. 10 hours ago, he uploaded this video. Oh my God. So, okay. So Jinan, sorry, Ginan, sorry if I know I'll be making this mistake. My aunt said Jinans and they're Jinans. They've made Ali God. What was it? What did she say? And it's a bit like praise of Ali, like Ali is God and all this. But my aunt, long time ago when I was a child, she told me. And she was telling me about Ismailis, and they have the Jinan. Didn't she say Jinan? So I'm stuck on that, sorry. It's Ginan actually. Even the Ismailis say Ginan, they pronounce it. So this is the channel Ginan and Waiz. So I pronounce Waiz. I've distorted their pronunciations and all this, the Afghanis. And number 48. Oh, this is so good, explained so. Oh, if you don't know Urdu, then sorry. I hope this comes in English also. So, ways on how to focus and control our mind by Wais, can't get the name here. Wais, Al-Wais Kamaluddin. Very good. Oh, explained so well. Simple, easy, you can, and he's got books, references. This, so he explains. You have to read a lot of books to explain this, and he's explained it, summarized it, succinctly and simply explained. Maybe English authors have written these books. So the Silver Mind method, how to control the mind, how to, and what are the, what is it, CP Central, what is it called? Oh God, so I should have done some notes on this. I'm so forgetful. The alpha, beta, and all that, right? The stages of the cycles of the mind. No. Sorry, I've forgotten now. Okay, so this is me, terrible, I know. And then he goes to like, the worship, the meditation, and quality, quantity, giving time, and worship, quality and in quantity. He explains what is quality worship and what is quantity worship. And what else? Yeah, so the negativity, we need to purge that with meditation. So he stresses on meditation, the smiley here, a brother, sir, right? So it's like, now you see, where do these thoughts come from? So I had to ask myself these questions. And why do negative thoughts come to us? Is it karma? Is it the environment? Is it the conditioning? And so get to the root of, like, okay, I have negative thoughts different than this person, and in quantity, quality also. So why does that happen to human beings? And who is God and all this? Well, in this video, no, he just goes on how to focus and control our mind. And he gives farmans of Hazar Imam, very good ones, and of course his Hazar Imam, His Highness Khan. So I got shocked. I mean, I've been in a shock, my religion, and I cried again. So a little bit maybe less painful now, coming out of the shock. Because, an Imam, we had our Imam Mahdi. So I'm afraid I need to, a little bit of telling you that some things, like, I don't agree to, and it's hard. So what I found through reading books, Jiddu Krishnamurti, and all that, is that what is taught then, right? And why do we have negative thoughts? But what is thought? Thought is, you see, in time. Thought is from memory, knowledge, no, time, yeah. So, if you've read Jiddu Krishnamurti's books, so you can go like this, it would be like going, but like worship also, like you have the Imam, if you have, and the messenger with you. Prophet Muhammad is no more, but you have your Khalifas, the Sunnis. I don't know, think about it. So he sent Prophet Muhammad, and they still, he's not, he's departed in body, but he's alive in spirit. So he should be helping you, Sunnis. But we, after him, we consider, the Shias consider that he's given us still the light, the Imam has, in flesh has to be. The messenger has to be present. So the prophet or the seal of prophets went, but as an Imam now, who is the guide, has to be present in flesh with the Quran. And we have continuity, the Shia, in that. So the flesh presence and Hazir Nazir is Hujjat Allah, the Imam of the time, and its continuity, right? So this, I don't know how to say it in an orderly manner. I'm very disorderly, but I thought of doing this anyways. Not properly prepared also. Please bear with me again and again. Thank you so much for bearing with me. So let's see, I take it. So the negative thoughts coming, you need to purge it through meditation, quieting the mind, bringing it to the alpha level, very good level, healthy level. If the mind is healthy, then the body will be healthy too. So, and mentally you will be, healthy. Oh my goodness, so I don't know how to properly. His ways, he's done it very good. He's spoken about it and explained it so well. But so when he came to the negative thought, purging it through meditation, like you don't need to control it, and that's very good. Like what I was thinking about, Krishna said in the Gita, what does it mean to control? So he's explained it in such a beautiful, so well that I was like, my God, so amazing way. So simply also to understand. But, okay, so you don't need to control the mind, but the mind starts when it dissolves in its, or it rests in the alpha, the theta, beta. Beta is the first one, which is normal living, and then you calm the, like through meditation, you calm the mind, right? And so you can do that through meditation and get to the alpha level. And there are 4 levels, what do you call CPS? I've forgotten now. Okay, so let's start again. Who is God? So we cannot, in Shia Islam, including Ismaili Shias, we cannot know God through our senses, 5 senses. Maybe even through spiritually, we can be, like say, connected to connected. I don't know how close we can go to him. So this I'm stuck on and need to find. I used to get stuck on my Shia Islam on this, who is God? Can we describe him even? And his attributes are not him. So, like, I have a name, Zahra. That's not really me. in essence, right? So its essence, God's essence is not knowable, unknown. In his essence, we don't know him. Then he sends signs, he's told us, enough to tell us that he exists. Are his signs enough to tell us he exists? There is a saying of Imam Hussein about his God's proof. In that saying, I felt that signs of Allah were not enough. Proof of, let me find that. Please bear with me, I'm doing it online. So discovering online and searching online. I'm sorry if it makes you feel, if like bored or something. Proof of Allah. No, it's just, let me search it like this because then it'll give me Imam Jafar Sadiq with the atheist debate or discussion. How can your existence, your existence. So I really am quite tearful. I don't know why, very emotional. I feel like crying. How can your existence be proof of Imam Hussein saying, quote, I guess I have to put here saying of Imam Hussein, or quote, just the problem. How can a thing, the existence of which is dependent on you, be taken as proof for your existence, right? For God's existence, it means God's existence. Is there anything more evident than yourself disclose you? Are you hidden to need a guide to find you? Imam Hussein, Siftain.com. Thank you, Siftain.com, number one. So this. Surely you are not. Are you far away to need your footprints to find you? Surely you are not. Blind may the eyes be, which do not see you watching and guarding yourself. So what is the self also? Is it the nafs? Is it the spirit? Or is this, because if Imam, what is this? The self, the God? Oh my goodness, you see this? This is from Bihar al-Anwar, Arafah, in his Arafah prayer. God help me. So the ayats, Quran verses are called ayats, which mean, you know what they mean? They mean signs of Allah sent down. Not only the words of Allah, but signs of Allah. So, and how can a thing, Shayan, the existence of which, Urdu mein kya hai? I don't know, of which is dependent on you, be taken as proof for your existence? So, this formless God also sending signs, and so they've come as form, in form, right? His attributes also give us a flavor, taste of form, compassion, feelings, like loving kindness. And let me jump to also, my mind is jumping like a monkey. That how can God want us to even, he's formless, and we don't even know his essence, how he says what he is, in what respect he is Bati. So how could he want us, the form, in form, to worship a formless? Right? So this also, surely you are not, it is another one to a very And if I go hither and thither, I would lose your, what? Irfan is gone. Oh, let's see if the full one. I will go away. You see, the signs will not lead me. He's Imam Hussein saying, okay, it doesn't go. Okay, it went there. How can I think? Surely my eyes guide you. Surely you are not. Are you far away to need your footprints to find you? Surely you are not. He who has you has everything. Where's that other one? If I go here and there, I would lose you. You see, going after the signs of Allah, going after the signs is not like coming to who you are, who God is actually, right? And that they see, the Imams, that God in essence can never be known. Don't even call him energy, gravity or anything, graviton. There was this God, Imam Jafar Sadiq's book explaining that people started to believe that graviton is God, gravity is God, but it's not God. So God is beyond form or the most subtlest of energy you can come up with, beyond that. So saying that God is energy, you are doing shirk, You are limiting him to energy, that is movement. Even in the subtlest form of energy, it's movement, waves, it goes into waves and all that. And if you say, I was even thinking, like if you say this consciousness, God, pure awareness, which is immovable, which is absolute, right? Then what is that? That is not even energy. Pure awareness. That is the, if like I may explain it like this, through a example, God told Moses, I am. Even in Surah Taha, doesn't he tell, like he doesn't say it like in the Jews' book, scriptures, I am who I am, but he says, Ya Musa, I am Allah, right? Like that Surah Taha. Or I am Allah, or I am Allah, just I, once. And so I'm just giving you the outlines, the points I've jotted down in my notes. You see here also Imam Hussein says, enjoining good and forbidding evil is a call for Islam. But sometimes evil and good, I don't know how to say this, a duty for him. You see, we have these negative thoughts. And who can enjoin good? Can anyone be masoom, innocent? You have to be thoroughly purified with thorough purification, believers, men and women, to do this. Dawaf al-Uqul, page 235. O people, the Messenger of God said, whoever sees an aggressive tyrant legalizes the forbiddens of God, breaches divine laws, opposes. It's not that easy, Imam Hussein. People are slaves to the world too. As long as, because see, we have negative thoughts. Sometimes the environment can be so disturbing. Like the social media, so much news, terrible news. It's like a crazy world, my God, rapes and all. It's really, really disturbing. So your mind gets all haywired, goes to the level of, overthinking, worrying. Then start worrying, stress arises. Oh my goodness. Don't you see that the right is not conveyed and the wrong is not prohibited? Let believers wish to die. And I think what he means is Imams. Yeah, so the believers would wish to die. I mean, this is, you see what I mean? And righteously meet the God, Bihar al-Anwar, volume 78, page 117. To me, death is nothing but happiness. And living under tyrants, nothing but living in hell. Toha fal akul. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Your difficulties are worse than others because you are deprived of the rank of scholars, considering your legitimate. So I'm a little scared. Oh God, surely you know that whatever you did was not a competition. Whatever we did was not a competition to gain worldly positions and not for worthless physical attractions of the world, but to show the signs of religious ways and to remove corruption from your lands so that the oppressed feel secured. So we have many oppressed and act according to your traditions and rules. When the Kufans were oppressed, feeling oppressed, suffering, Imam took time to go and save them. I never revolted in vain. So I can't find that full saying. No, okay, so we'll stick with this. I just can't read more. I think I'll go crazy if I, more than I am disturbed. Very disturbed. So let's just this one. How can a thing, the existence of which is dependent on you, be taken as proof for your existence? Do you understand this? Something which is dependent on you, like how can it be proof of your existence? So the signs of Allah are dependent on Allah. How can they be proof of His existence? Even His signs would not come close to being. Then if we take it this way, and what am I doing? Logical. Am I doing logical? I'm comparing, logical comparing. Right? Comparison. So Imam Hussain saying, how can a thing, existence of which is dependent on you, like for example your mother also, and you, so you are dependent on your mother for birth, right? And okay, you are there as a sign that you had a mother, yeah. You had a mother. How can a thing, the existence of which is dependent on you, be taken as proof of your existence? You had a mother. So, yes. So you had a mother. Yeah, you had a mother and a father, okay? Yeah, so that much the proof is there. And I've given this example before also, but now I kind of find it that, yeah, if the daughter exists, it is proof enough that the mother exists, right? Or existed. Which mother, like what was her name, all this, no, but in essence, mother is there. So yeah, maybe I was wrong in that, giving an example like this. But on what point was that only your mother can tell you, that give you the time of your birth and that, that she gave you birth, but you cannot give that proof, right? She saw it. She was a witness to it. She was a witness to it, and you were not a witness to it. So it goes to witnessing. You may be a witness to it, but in a very, like, I don't know how you need to remember that. Go back and maybe get hypnotized. To what level of your mind or your go into your soul deep, I don't know, mind. Shall we stick to the mind or go to the soul? Or where in your first moment you were born, even when you were in your mother's stomach. So in that period, do you remember? How would you remember? How can we tap into that for you to remember? Anyhow, but your mother was in that period where she witnessed all that. She was aware. So I think we need awareness, right? And the witnessing. Awareness. Okay, and then let's see, I don't know. Is there anything more evident than yourself? Disclose you. But when did you become aware in this world? Like, you remember from your childhood, what time did you become aware? Are you hidden to need a guide to find you? So you're so evident, like you should be self-evident, right? Hidden. You cannot be hidden. Surely you are not, right? He says, surely you are not. Are you far away to need your footprints? No, you are not far away, right? Reminds me of an Indian song. आप यूं फासलों से गुजरते रहे, दिल से कदमों की आहट आती रही, आवाज़ या आहट आती रही. Can't translate that in English right now. Sorry. Surely you are not. Blind may the eyes be which do not see you watching and guarding yourself. Okay. Oh, so these outward eyes are may be blind and be which do not see you. See you. Oh, so who is the seer here? Watching and guarding yourself. The self is the seer, or who is the seer? Find the seer. Find the witness. God forbid. I mean, eyes, even if you have eyes, right? They're limited. You can look up at the sky, but you can't see. Sitting here, how far can you see? Or being somewhere, how far can you see? Just with the bare eyes, how far can you see? You can't see another country with bare eyes, right? But the sky, you can see a lot of the sky. So, I mean, it's the same sky, right? Can you think of, it's so something, right? Wherever you are, the stars are the same position, sky is the same. How far can you? I mean, materialistically, if I'm in London and my parents are in Karachi, how far am I from them? But when I look at, I mean, that I'm far away, but when I look at the sky, it's the same sky. I tell them, I call them and say, you know, you look at the sky. My mother says I'm missing you. And I tell her, look at the sky. You know, it's the same. Like, so you're missing me. Okay, let's take your phone out we'll be looking at this North Star or something. Where, how far can I be from you when you look at the sky? It's so weird, right? So just giving an example. If the sky is the same everywhere, then what, then could there be something that brings us so close, right? I mean, on land, we are so far away, miles apart, let's say, if we are. But you look at the sky and it's the same sky. So if you use that example, and then is there something even closer to us that then we are not even apart, doesn't separate us at all, right? Observation, difference. Look at the horizon. What's the difference, right, between the sky and the land? But no, look at the sky. So now, okay, back here. Surely you are not. Blind may the eyes be. Here, existence, pure existence. You know what I've done on pure existence, like we've trying to search if existence, what is this? If I say, do I exist? Can I say this? Can I ask such a question? Or that existence, can I ask myself, do I exist? I can ask myself, in what form do I exist? How do I exist? But can I ask myself, do I exist? I do not see myself as existence. Let's say I try to wish myself away by saying that I do not exist. And who is the one saying, I do not exist? Is that one also not existing? Right? It's really funny. So there's pure existence at least. Who is the one who's saying, I do not exist? So if you go like that, maybe, I don't know how to go like that. But what I did was, one time, reading Jiddu Krishnamurti, and no, before that, I wanted to buy, maybe even before that, I wanted to buy all these, you know how the mind, where's that thing in the mind that we exist and all this, you know, proof of all this, and belief and God, and how can we remember God? Because in that Quran ayat that was saying that God took testimony from us, right? Made us witness to Him. Am I not your Lord? So it starts with, the translation starts with remember. So, oh, sorry. But the ayat doesn't have that. Am I not your Lord? So I was like, I have to remember this. Why can't I remember this? Where is it in the mind? Where's that memory? When God took, you know, made us testify to this. Why can't I remember this? However, when you read word by word, it says, and when was taken, but the translator says, and mention or remember another, and recall. or prophet, right? Like this. Or remember when your Lord brought forth descendants from the loins of the sons of Adam and made them witnesses against their own selves, asking them, "Am I not your Lord?" They said, "Yes, we do testify, bearing witness." So we bore witness. We did so lest you claim on the day of resurrection we were unaware of this. So how I found this, like, is this unaware, the word? Or unmindful? Yeah, so going in the mind, trying to remember, I didn't know. Then what I did was I took Descartes. It helped me. Like, I think, therefore I am. Is aphorism, what do you call it? I think, therefore I am. So I said, there's this thing I had a silent thing about when I was in school. Why are they talking about God and discussing Him? I didn't comment in the class, in the American school. I was like, I found it really strange that they're talking of God and, right? But that's really good. Later on, I was like, it's just something in me that just made me say there is God, but there's no, like, we can't talk about Him. We can't discuss Him through our mind and all this, right? He's just there. He just is. And then I felt like he just is. And when once we were lined up going somewhere, to another class or gym or in college, I saw this tunnel, right? And I don't know why I saw the tunnel, but just that God we can't talk about. I don't know why I saw a tunnel. It was all black. So maybe we came out of some tunnel, what it is, but that I just felt we can't use the mind. Now I can put it in words and explain. At that time I couldn't. So through the mind we cannot, how far can we go talking? Okay, we discuss that. Does God exist or not? How far can we go in that? And how far have the scientists also gone in that? Finding, let's say philosophers even, philosophers. Cause and effect in philosophy. And so we have to infer that there is a primal cause. Right? In philosophy. Going through cause and effect, that is there a God? Is there a, like there's all this here, there's cause and effect. And it intermingles sometimes, the cause of the effect of this, and then the effect becomes the cause at one time, another time, and so the effect of this. And I was thinking like this. I don't know whether I was thinking the right way or not in philosophy class when my teacher was giving the lecture on this. And so the primal cause. And actually, I was losing it. I was like, after all this, I was just thinking of Imam Hussein, and like he's proven that this God's existence, timeless in Karbala and all. So I was like wanting to ask my teacher, but I didn't want to disturb her. Thank God another student asked her. And she said, so like through philosophy, I was like losing faith that no, this is not enough. This is not the proof for God, right? We need more. So then someone asked us, another student asked her, "Miss, still you believe in God after this philosophy you've studied and you're teaching us? After teaching, you've studied philosophy. So she said, all the more I believe in God, and because of this too. And I was like surprised, because I was losing faith in God's existence. This wasn't enough. Primal cause, inferring that there's a primal cause through cause and effect. Okay. So later on, many years later, what I did was, like in year 2000, voices are coming and, a lot of, with force, energy, taking my attention. Like my soul is gone somewhere else. Like now when this healers, distance healers say Reiki and ASMR, bring your soul, call your soul back, parts of your souls are. So I was disintegrated, and I was having a soul crisis also with this because of the voices, but I managed. I lay myself down and I said, think, don't think, like, see if it is your thought. In the Bible also it says that what is that what you think you are, what that's what you are. But who brought you? What is this existence? What you think is what you are. So thoughts are very important. Maybe making you what you are in personality. If you think I'm bad, you'll become bad. Or, heavily criticized by parents, elders, teachers. Oh, she's a liar, and they'll make you a liar, because you start thinking that I'm a liar. I'm a liar. So in this way, so as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23, verse 7. You see? Now, if this gets to the child's heart, that's why, don't define people. Try to understand them. Even criminals, if we heavily, like I was thinking, if I heavily criticize Pakistan, I'm going to pull them down, and they're going to have this thinking that, yes, we are like this, we are bad. Or telling the Muslims, you are bad, you are stupid idiots, and all this, repeating it, and you will feel that you are, because you can see thoughts make you what you are. But in your innocence, can we say that when we had less thoughts in our childhood, when we were less thoughts, wasn't there more like awareness, like you were resilient, you were in the moment, didn't bother with too much thinking, overthinking, memories, this, that. So you see, to also in here to say that, remember, it's God has given us so people who translate it like this, when you remember, when people, translators who translate, remember or recall. Recalling could be something, but what would you say about this? You see, the last part may give it away. We were unaware of this. So not using your mind and your memory, you will never get here. But you need to know, and through awareness, going to just being aware, setting the mind aside, thoughts aside. Just you can't control the mind through meditation and all. It's a long process. Depends on you, but it is nevertheless a long process. The shortcut is that we just let your thoughts be, mind be, and what else is there here? And if you close your eyes, because it will help you a little bit, although there was a time we were so aware that we didn't need to close our eyes, so in the moment, so aware. Um, but even Ismaili say that, the farman is that, Imam's farman is to meditate. It's really healthy for your mind, for you also, and for your mind to go into a healthier level, right? So if you can just let the mind and the thought be. Is this beyond the mind? What is here? And what is this? And when you close your eyes, what are you? Who is this seeing? The inside, inner eyes are also there, right? And there's a presence of, there's just awareness, presence. It's just here, right? Without the mind, without thinking, using the mind. So this is how far I reached in this. So whether negative thoughts are coming or positive thoughts, both of them you don't give importance to. You see, if you give importance to positive thoughts, then you come into the material realm, it will take you. So don't give too much importance to even the positive thoughts that give you a happy feeling. It's like a happy pill you take. And the pleasure is just momentary, for the time being, temporary. Or some experience you've had and you want to have it again. It was so nice. Even in prayer, like, oh God, I got this miracle, or I had a connection with the Hazir Imam. It's so amazing, right? I, I felt this about Hazir Imam and start crying, and I can break down now. It's so amazing, all this. And the next thing you know is that it's gone. It's not continuous. There's something else you have to do. And if he's always with you in your mind, then you feel kind of shy, right? Hello, Hazir Imam is. Please, Hazir Imam, I'm sorry. You're looking. Like peeping. No, he's not a peeping Tom. He's always here with you, let's say, and he's watching you. And if you go to the shower, or the bathroom, someone is watching. So it's a little bit like intimidating or something. So positive thoughts and negative thoughts. And another thing, Kamaluddin brother sir said that, in this video I was just earlier on showed you, in Urdu he said it, but like if you have enmity, you have enmity and you have friendship. So if you have enmity with your brother, go and make up. And this, doing meditation, it will help you. And then you can go and make up with him and apologize and say, and I was like, doesn't Hazir Imam know there are so many covert narcissists, and no matter what you do, there's so many broken relationships like this, where, so my father told me one story that two friends had a fight, and then the other friend thought, I'm going to go and reconcile with my friend. He stood there outside his friend's house for, I think, the whole night or something. And then when his friend opened the door and asked him, he said, I've been waiting here the whole night. And then they made up, they hugged. And sometimes you stand outside someone's door for the whole night. It gets out of proportion, you know. What is this girl doing outside my house? She's harassing me. She's mad, sitting outside my house like this. The neighbor says, neighbor comes out and your friend says, she's mad, sitting outside. They were in their language. So the friend asked her friend, what, and so what, sorry, excuse me, what did you say? She said, I told my neighbor you are mad. And then my grandaunt came and my mother came, and my grandaunt said, you are our Ladili. You are sitting on the floor without a fan here also. And they only at that time had fans. We didn't have ACs in all rooms and houses. And I was surprised that my grandaunt is telling me, like, oh, we can sit without the fan. She said, get up, please, like, politely. Like, you are a ladli, you are a favorite. Very, you know, ladli is like very well taken care of and loved much and all this. Very dear to the heart. So doesn't Hazir Imam know? And sometimes we just have to let go. So there are times when, like the song here of Gloria Estefan, sometimes things don't work out right. And we just, anything for you. And you know, we're told that we are possessive. Oh my God. So sorry, it was really shocking. And why am I saying sorry? Because sorry now, if there was a time when if someone said sorry or please, you know, please, it meant a lot. Like, you know, it would hit the heart, my heart. But then I got immune to this. Now if someone tells me please, I may become very indifferent. Not take it as very important. Please, now please don't say and get, you know, like irritated also. Like, please don't tell me please, please. Give me a reason. Because they told me, use your mind. You have an adult and the child is too much in you. So I started to use my mind. And now if someone tells me, please, I may, out of politeness, like, you know, just good manners or what you cordial. But before, when someone told me please in my childhood, it would get into my heart. Like, we would forgive and we, you know, like we'd understand. Okay, please. If they're saying please, don't do this or something like this. Please, can you do this for me? Now, if someone tells me please, it doesn't have that effect on me. So I have to let you go. Sometimes things don't work out right, and you have to let them go. So there are such people who will not take. How much can they take? They will say. But Jesus himself. Oh, so this lady friend was a Christian Catholic. Jesus says that if 70 times your brother sins against you and comes and apologizes, so there was a really shocking time when even the priest who became her parish priest became my friend. I have to tell you a little bit of my story. It's my that's why you'll understand why I object to what in this. He's very nice. I mean, like, but I don't agree. I don't agree to what Kamaluddin said. So in church, their parish priest became my friend. He used to come, elderly, Father Kalasa. Oh, his name has come. Oh, he's passed away now. And he used to come to my place. We became friends. Said he loved me, and I was like, oh my God, I can't. How can I give that love back? He's got a big heart to love me, and I felt love was like something you give your life for, and it's a very serious matter. So after becoming friends with me, for the parish priest, one Christmas Mass or New Year's Christmas, he gave a sermon in the church, my friend's church, my teacher, family friend's church. He said, those who have today, this moment, very important. God works in mysterious ways, but make peace. Call your loved ones back, or make peace with your loved ones, or anyone you have enmity with, or you don't like, or they've done something. You forgive them now. Forgive them like this, And I was in that church. I was there for the Mass. In the end, he said this, and my teacher didn't. And then I was shocked. More. That's the time I said, Father. Afterwards, after leaving church, I said, Father, take this cup of sufferance away from me. What Jesus had said. But not what I will, what you will. But it was really shocking. So, sometimes things don't work out right, and you have to say goodbye. And so it's shocking still. So can we we can describe him, but Imam Ali says I should put Najil Balagha here. Bring attribute. His attribute is not. I've just made these points, so you later on maybe I'll try to improve my notes. Add something here, and for now it's the introduction on this, just these points, and just disorderly manner discussing. Are his signs enough to tell us he exists? Imam Hussain saying, not really enough. Like you have to be a witness to. Like your mother was a witness to your birth, but you were not a witness. Why does he ask us to worship him in form when he is formless? Why does he ask us to worship him in form? Because we are in form, he's not. Would it be, see, then, messengers, Sufis, they've said no matter how much, it's not enough, we have not done justice. Even Allama Rashid Turabi or someone, for Imam Hussain, like the Majlis, Bibi Zainab, we have not given Pursa enough, I have not done justice enough. I've not done justice to this Karbala's tragedy. I've not done justice to, Alibet. So how can we even do justice in form to that formless God by worshipping Him in form? We cannot. We can never come up to that where we can say we have worshipped the formless. Can we say that we have? It's our worship is justified. What is justice? And also that book my father brought, which had in which Imam Ali has described or defined what is justice, put the thing in its order, in its right place, and use it for its right purpose. This is what justice is, loosely put by me. Don't remember the accurate definition of Imam Ali's, like Imam Ali giving the definition of justice in that book recorded. Are his messengers enough to guide us? Yes, enough. Some could be false messengers. Okay, scriptures also have come. Maybe for some people it will be enough. For some it's not enough. And then we say that they haven't tried hard enough. Or they are or some shaitan has gotten to them. The devil has got into them. So let's see. Let's say you find out, so what is the solution for all this? Let's say if more than science, it is confirmed in yourself that God exists. First is, who is God? Can we describe Him? How do we worship Him? Let's say first, someone gives you like Namuji Baba is, without meditation and all, pointing to what is, the true nature of you in that formlessness, right? Before even you were born. What is your true nature? Eternally true. At all times. No intervals, nothing. What if you got that confirmed inside of you? Would you then disbelieve in it? So atheists say we want proof. There's not proof enough for God's existence. There's no proof that says God doesn't exist, but there's also no proof that says God exists completely, right? So what if there's a complete proof that this, what exists, you can call it God or whatever you can call it, and it is absolute. It has absolute existence. Then would you stray away from that? The mind will stray away from it, and Moji Baba shows you, right, where the mind comes in and where this true reality is, which is. So once you know this true reality, your true self, is this not enough? For some people, the mind comes and it's not enough. Mind comes back. So you need to a little bit, Moji Baba says marinate in this. Some say you have to do more meditation on this. The mind is coming in. The mind has to go into very good explanation, I would say. The alpha and then the low other, This you. Oh, but I wish it was in English too, or it had English. What do you call it? Those. My mind. I have a block a little bit. Subtitles. So, how can I help you? Ismailis, Shia 12ers, all of you are signs enough to tell us he exists. For scientists, for many people, these signs are not enough. Then why does he ask us also to worship him in form when he is formless? Form worshipping him. Now it's like, oh, wait, some things sometimes, I don't know, they sound really terrible. Form? See, something which is formless, he has to, what does he have to do? Come on. Tell me. How will you tell me? Where would the truth come from? The mind? Maybe applying logic for now, a little bit on this, and then when we get the complete logic, then we can have like, I don't know. So, why does he ask us? Beyond logic, beyond the mind is pure aware. If you can see this, the seer is you, and that pure awareness is you. There's no distance. Moji Baba has done it many times. You can go and watch it again. Meditation with Moji, or you can do some meditations, or you can follow Rupert Spara. Other people are there. Sorry, just whatever, whoever's has come. Moji Baba shows it very directly. Rupert Spara shows it. This pure awareness. So, can you worship? Let's see what philosophers would say. I don't know. But let's see if we can. You see, this is the thing. What is missing in us? I think what Jiddu Krishnamurti said, right? Even in me, right now, what is missing? I think it's that full, like, attention, paying attention. I don't know how to take you and myself, even though after reading and listening to Jiddu Krishnamurti, it's like we'll go logically, but then there comes a time when we get stuck, and then what shall we do, right? So right now, there's no answer, we're just discovering together. So then, logically, why does he ask us to worship, and what is devotion? Okay, what is this worship? I was losing my also just like, well, what is worship? It's crazy, I know, but in year 2000, it's like ibadat and bandagi. So does worship, if you look, oh, maybe because I lost a lot. I lost my love, in touch with my loved ones and who I wanted to be in touch with. And I couldn't because I went crazy. So you see, without bandagi, there can be no worship, right? Oh my goodness, you see, this, I think in another video, where is it? Oh my goodness, one is in English, one is maybe in this one. Without bandagi, can there be any loving your children? Oh, it's this one. It's AKSWB UAE Mind Matters Break the Silence, Understanding Mental Health by Kamaluddin Ali Muhammad, the Ismaili TV. Personal Search for Spiritual Enlightenment, Al-Waiz Akbar Huda. I'm sorry if I've again mispronounced the first name. Stuck on my pronunciation. Al-Waiz. 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 I think it is. So maybe it's in this one. बंदगी क्या होती है? Without having a relationship with God and your fellow human beings, I lost the meaning of, like, what's the worship of God? Worship of God. It wasn't making sense to me. I think what I lost was bandagi. Now just by praying 5 times a day and saying, oh, I'm going to love God, and losing your relationships and they becoming sour, and having hate and jealousy and all this distance, then all the rest, insecurity, and then we lose the bandagi. Then we're only worshipping God in a very dry, not in a real sense. Right? What is this worship? I start to say, people would think I'm mad, like losing touch with what is the meaning of worship? So if you are, let's say I wrote something like for someone, my principle, losing myself in you, I find myself and the meaning of my life. You see? Losing myself in you, I find myself and the meaning of my life. So you need to have a relationship. Bandagi is very important. Bandagi means relationship, loving, and bandagi with love. And it should be like unconditional. Bandagi meaning. So for our English who don't know, or who don't know Urdu, service, devotion, it's this kind of relationship, right? Which connects you. Although we're already connected in the oneness that we don't know about, some of us, Rector Dictionary gives this. Worship, obedience, adoration, humility. This is another, no. What is bandagi? Really, I'm not prepared for this, and Mohabbat hai Zindagi. Mehdi Hassan's ghazal, I'm so bad at this remembering now. Mohabbat Zindagi hai, or Zindagi Ibadat, Mehdi Hassan's ghazal. And love is worship. Doesn't he say in his ghazal, Mohabbat Zindagi hai, Mohabbat hai Zindagi, or Zindagi Mohabbat. Please bear with me. Mohabbat hai Zindagi. Was Mehdi Hassan. ghazal. मोहब्बत जिंदगी है और तुम मेरी जिंदगी हो तुम ही मेरी. So this love is very important. Togetherness, love. Yesterday, someone was telling me to Tell my principal because I listened to this. No, no, I cannot. Oh, it's Imam. I felt I was connected with the last His Highness Agha the Fourth, and I was like, I cannot say that because, but I still said it very half-heartedly because. What is love, baby? Don't. No, no, I know. Prince, how can she hurt me when? I don't know what love is. To say, maybe it's an infatuation, emotional attachment. You see, because love is unconditional. It's true love, pure love. You don't expect anything, then why did I start expecting? And in this kind of love, true love is when you are blessed. You go bless the whole Karachi. Seeing it brings in you this responsibility, duty to make everyone happy. When you're blessed, Patti LaBelle's song, "When you're blessed feels like heaven, pass it on." So I cannot tell one person that this love show. So Imam really tried to tell me, push me into. I felt the connect. Sorry, I don't mean to. लेकिन हाजिर इमाम हम सलवात पढ़ेंगे अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला शाह हुसैन करीमी शाह करीम अल हुसैन व आले शाह करीम अल हुसैन. I just give salat or salam to Hazir Imam and his family members. Not Prophet Muhammad, sorry. So this, where was I now? Bandagi. So worship, just a little bit on this, you see, disorderly. So why does he ask us to worship him in form when he is formless? How great is he, right? In his formless, he tells us that, yeah, he is. No. So can we realize him in our form? Can we realize the formless in our form to worship him? So he sends us signs, and like that, superficially, we worship him. And then sometimes when crisis comes and all, sometimes there comes a, sadma, kind of a, like we get shaken and our souls get shaken or something. Zamir hil jata hai na, we say in Urdu. So what happens is it's difficult. We have these doubts, like when the messenger was saying, where is God? He was saying, where is God in the Quran ayat? But yeah, so sometimes we have these doubts, like, why isn't God's help coming? Why isn't God helping, right? And to avoid such doubts also, like in crisis, just be so detached that you love someone so completely, even when if you have a relationship, that the memory is complete, so that love is so complete. When it's complete, it's complete. You don't miss it. You don't like like when something is complete, it's not unfinished. I have unfinished business. That's why I'm reincarnated. When I started to think I'm reincarnated or have dreams or feelings or signs, what was it? That, oh, I have unfinished business here. That's why I've come here. I've come here to complete something or to learn a lesson, but what I was saying is to complete. Even when love has brought me here back, so maybe it will go on forever, and maybe love will never be complete. Right? You and I, Finn, you and maybe Anna meant this, you and I can finish loving each other. What did Anna say in this book? I'm going to search out from Mr. God, but God, this by, oh God, I'm making so many mistakes. So when a thing becomes complete, then you don't miss it. Maybe I'll find the quote, maybe not. No. Completing loving you. Oh, it's different because he can finish things and we can't. I love Mr. God truly, but he don't love me. Sounded to me like a death knell. Damn and blast, I thought. Why does this have to happen to people? Now she's lost everything, but I was wrong. She had got both feet planted firmly on the next stepping stone. No, she went on. No, he don't love me. Not like you do. It's different. It's millions of times bigger. I must have made some movement or noise, for she levered herself upright and sat on her haunches and giggled, and she launched herself at me and undid my little pang of hurt, cut from the useless spark of jealousy with the delicate sureness of a surgeon. Finn, you can love better than any people that ever was, and so can I, can't I? But Mr. God is different. You see, Finn, people can only love outside and can only kiss outside, but Mr. God can love you right inside. And Mr. God can kiss you right inside. So it's different. Mr. God ain't like us. We are a little bit like Mr. God, but not much yet. It seemed to me to reduce itself to the fact that we were like God because of the similarities, but God was not like us because of our differences. Her inner fires had refined her ideas, and like some alchemist, she had turned lead into gold. Gone were all the human definitions of God, like goodness, mercy, love, and justice, for these were merely props to describe the indescribable. You see, Finn, Mr. God is different because he can finish things and we can't. I can't finish loving you because I shall be dead millions of years before I can finish. But Mr. God can finish loving you. And so it's not the same kind of love, is it? Mr. God, this is Anna by Finn. Thank you, Goodreads. So when something is complete, it doesn't need to be repeated. It's just complete. So it's not unfinished, right? It's finished. It's complete. It's absolute. And you can have the moment with your loved one, and you can not miss that moment because it's so complete. I mean, it is complete. That love is doesn't need anything. It's complete. It's needless. Oh God, how needless are you? Imam Hussain has said, right? Then how can we give you anything? So Imam Hussain was giving, let's take the Shia Imam Hussain, to God. He was sacrificing because it wasn't a suicide, like, but you are so needless. How then can we give you anything? Imam Hussain saying about God. So have you ever loved someone where you didn't need anything from them and you felt there was no missing, so complete, no memory pricking you or wanting more, just so complete? So touched upon that. Now I can't describe this more. Sometimes God doesn't. Anyways, who is God? So who is God? Who is God? Is his is his description, whatever we've got here, good, just, adal, this, that? No, these are merely props, right? That's what Anna said. Yeah. People. Gone were all the human definitions of God, like goodness, mercy, love, and justice. For these were merely props to describe the indescribable, right? So maybe God hasn't sent us here to love Him or worship Him, or maybe uh, love each other is better, because He doesn't need that. Oh God, you are so needless. How then can we give you anything? Not even worship. The service of God means the service to humanity, to each other, to one another. Once you get it, you don't have to keep going to the Imam Bargas and, oh, sorry, excuse me. I mean, this was on one hand, I thought like this, but of course, you can go to the Imam Barga and on Muharram time, and you can go to your mosque for namaz and all this. Don't get me wrong, please. What I mean to say is, on the other side, once you get it, then He doesn't need your worship. Why are we worshipping Him? Once you get it, you do Him. You do what He requires. Not worship in the sense that pray 5 times a day. That's what I thought, like, please. But of course you can do that. If you're lucky, you do that, you do. But, those who, like, for example, like, some Muslims saying that why, it's really shocking. How do you know that? Okay, in the Quran is written what? This Quran thing is really we have misunderstood, and so saying that they don't pray 5 times a day, the Ismailis and all that. Once you get it, you pray 5 times a day, but don't object to those who may be worshipping God in a different way. They don't have to say it, and it's more quality than quantity. So by understanding something like Imam Ali has said, 1,000 years of your worship, Shaitan, Iblis worshipped God for 1,000 years on one not taking that command of Allah. God rejected him and accursed him. And get out of this high place. Right? So you can worship God like Iblis. Sorry, Sunnis, or like Elena Ali, sister. I don't mean to, but since she said all this against our Hadith. So no, you see, when you worship, when you don't have to go and take, oh, Shias are, oh, Zain Khan. No, you do your worship, and you don't criticize people for that. You don't. I get scared. Like you feel, oh my God, who am I to think like this? You are not God. See how many ayahs it's gone. They've missed. Surah Nur ayat 55. So you know what I mean. So those who worship God 5 times a day and take the Sunni way, and then, okay, that's very good, do it. But don't to your fellow or to an idol worshipper. Who are you? Maybe that idol worshipper later on will be, may become a believer, and you become a kafir because you're criticizing them so much. It's not nice to do this. It's for you. Let God decide, right? Even though it's decided in the Quran, you may say, against idol worshippers, we never know until an idol worshipper is alive. Like Hazrat Musa was told, go to Pharaoh, and even now at this time, you would say 1400 years have passed and still they haven't understood this Islam, and they're giving Islam a bad name and they're distorting Islam. So you may not, how can you say that? Can you really say that? Think about it. I can find reasons to tell you why would you say that. He who offers you peace. Oh, but he who offers. Oh, but you see, this Quran is. He offers you peace. Let's see. I'll show you where I'm. If they withdraw and do not fight you and offer you peace. He who says peace to you. Investigate. You were like them before. Where's that ayat? I can't remember my. Oh, sorry. Some work going on outside. And then incline towards peace. Peace, make peace. Put your trust in Allah. Then when you investigate, you were like them. If Allah had not. And Surah Fusilat also, I can't find that ayat. But none is granted it. Your enemy will become your bosom friend. How? Exhort them with goodly exhortation. Or maybe example, with your own example. Not with just words. Your enemy will become your bosom friend. None is granted it, save one who has a great share of good. That's maybe the Ahmadi translation of the Quran. Ayat Surah Fusilat. So, but there's something in Surah Baqarah which says they say we are not doing anything. They say we only meant peace. We only meant good and peace. Something like this. No. Perhaps you just. Yeah. When they are told, do not spread corruption in the earth, they say, only we are reformers. Oh, these are the hypocrites. Like, for example, let's say if a Hindu says non-violence, and then if I find out or something that some Hindu has, like the spy found Yadav, right, in Pakistan. These are the hypocrites. Okay, so this is about that. So here we have to read in context. Unquestionably, it is they who are the corrupters, but they perceive it not. But by perceiving it not, you see now this Indian man, Yadav, sorry if I've mispronounced his name. When it is said to them, believe as the people have believed, they say, should we believe as the foolish have believed? Like now some Indians, Hindus, how they, with the Christians, how they make fun of believers, you would say, right? These foolish, they don't know how to meditate, all this. They're just praying to Allah in what a superficial way. So some Indian Hindus also, their heads are, or and the Christians also, right? What are these idiots doing, these Muslims? Sometimes I even call you, how stupid can you be? We have been deceived. So you would say, oh, this ex-Muslim, let her, hamay to guna, hum to better. And when it is said to them, you would say, against me too. And I say, what are you people? Now I was, so I wanted to say that I don't agree to, so Imam, can I object to what, can I talk about this? I was a little bit reluctant, and then I said, okay, I'll talk about it. That Imam, you don't, how come the Imam doesn't understand that there are covert narcissists, people that will not heed? Someone killed his 45. So sorry if there something here stirs up your emotions or feelings. 43 Ismailis. They won't let me say 45 Ismailis. So you see, why? So Imam, Imam is so peaceful, right? And yet, so for us ex-Muslims who call you, like you are so foolish, or the Hindus call the Muslims like this, we have a better, these people are so foolish, believers. And when they meet those who believe, they say we believe, oh no, but they mock at them here. Of a surety, they are the ones who make mischief, they realize it not. When it is said to them, make not mischief on the earth, they say, why? We only want to make peace. Now tell me this Imam, this Hazir Imam. He's so peaceful, and yet those fellow Muslims would consider him a hypocrite, saying, and a heretic, and not representing Islam at all. So even if he's saying peace, so it's like the American president. Why don't you Muslims just beat the shit out of this Imam, right? Hmm? Yeah, he's your criminal. He's your hypocrite. He should be taken out. So this is what this Quran has done. Beat the quote from the movie The American President. Well, let's take him out back and beat the shit out of him. President Andrew Shepard. Right? So beat the shit out of him. Sorry for using, it's just that I'm quoting from this American movie. Ah. We have a deeper love of this. Louis Rothschild. We have a deeper love of this country. Look, if the people want to listen to, they don't have a choice. Bob Ramsam is the only one doing the talking. People want leadership, Mr. President, and in the absence of genuine leadership, they listen to anyone who sets up to the microphone. They want leadership. They're so thirsty for it, they'll crawl through the desert toward a mirage. And when they discover there's no water, they'll drink the sand. There's a Quran ayat. So you've lost Elena Ali, like she's got the microphone, right, Sister Elena Ali? Let's help her out, this poor little auntie. She's older than me, or I'm older? No, I'm older than Elena Ali. I can't call her auntie. Sabir, I know Sabir Salim calls her auntie. So it's like President Andrew Shepard Lewis. We've had presidents who were beloved, who couldn't find a coherent sentence with two hands and a flashlight. Even in the Quran, they are not coherent. There are so many incoherent signs. People don't drink the sand because they're thirsty. They drink the sand because they don't know the difference. Maybe Elena Ali. So forget this, beat the shit out of him. Yeah, but okay, where is it? First, Surah Nur ayat. This light is lit in houses. So, and then they go for the mirage. And if you worship other than Allah, but this light, as for the disbelievers, their deeds are like a mirage in a desert, which the thirsty perceives as water. But when they approach it, they find it to be nothing. Instead, they find Allah there to settle their account. Even though they find Allah there, and Allah is swift in reckoning. So you would say, Sunnis would say, yes, like Elena Ali, that she's a believer, she's a Muslim believer. She knows the whole Quran by heart. She's understood the ins and outs of the hadiths and Prophet Muhammad, what he meant, what he said. And tell the believing women to reduce of their vision and guard their private parts and not expose the adornment. Okay, it goes to this. And Hazir Imam's great grandfather even removed the hijab, and this is not Islam. Do you see this? Sunnis, come here. And please do beat the shit like out of His Highness Aghan, violence, hatred. And she doesn't realize they're her own Sunnis. Some of them are in niqab, some of them are without, but they are learning. They are learning. They will come to. And the niqab is necessary, or without niqab, you can also go with a hijab like the Shias do. Niqab was introduced by Umar bin Khattab, I think. We were told. I don't know. But Bi Fatma Zahra has it's completely niqab, totally in parda. We were told. But niqab was introduced by Umar bin Khattab, and yet Bi Fatma Zahra was completely in black abaya, completely veiled, head to toe. So, which ayat number is this? Prophet tell I don't know which ayat number is this. 30 to 40 it's given me. 39. And I'm supposed to read all these? Surah Nur ayat 39. Let's go inside and see. That Allah may reward them according to the best of their deeds and add even more for them out of His grace. For Allah doth provide for those whom He will without measure. But those who disbelieve, their deeds are like a mirage. Or they are like darknesses within an unfathomable sea, which is covered by waves upon which are waves, over which are clouds, darknesses, some of them upon others. When one puts out his light, he can hardly see it. And he to whom Allah has not granted light, for him there is no light. So now what will the disbelievers also say? In the hereafter, oh, please give us, to the believers, they'll say, please give us your light. Oh, but that is because they have earned the light. And every one of you believers should earn this light. That Allah may reward them according to the best of their deeds. So who was Prophet Muhammad? Can you be like Prophet? You can be like, but are you Prophet Muhammad? No. Allah and the angels send prayers on Prophet Muhammad, not on you. Yeah, but there's ayat where on you too, right? Which I have missed. Even the believers, which the Sunnis may have missed too. But men whom neither traffic nor merchandise can divert from the remembrance of Allah, nor from regular prayer, nor from the practice of regular charity, the only fear is of the day when hearts and eyes will be transformed. Lit is such a light in houses which Allah hath permitted to be raised to honor. This could be, so our Imam said, okay, you make the masjid like Imam Barga, and they have Jamaat Khana, the Ismailis. Allah is the light, but you see, you are not the light. Such niches are in houses. See, Bait. So, Bait of the Imam can be Imam Barga. Allah doesn't say here in masjids, in mosques. He says in houses. His light is in houses. Allah ordered that they be raised. and be mentioned in them. His name, glorify Yusabbihu to him in them in the morning and in the evenings. Now, in them his name glorify, not Allah glorify. Tell me, can you glorify Allah directly? He's already glorified, right? His name. Here it says his name glorified. In another ayat it says his praise glorified. Now, the one who praised him, Ahmad, should be, through that he should be glorified, right? So that's why Surah Fat ayat 9. Now I got it. But I can't explain it properly. In another ayat, previous live streams, one of the previous live streams I showed you, what it says here, his praise glorify. Here it says his name glorify. Isma. You see? It doesn't say directly glorify Allah. Oh my God. This also, we have to, so I haven't really organized myself, like what is about these ayahs on this. His name glorify, does he ever say that glorify Allah? His name glorify, right? Isma. Now, Prophet Muhammad is mercy of Allah. Oh, sorry about this. There's some work going on. Okay, what I need to do is take a break. And then, because there's some work going on. Maybe I should later on complete this. So, for now, see this, I'll leave it open because I haven't organized myself on these ayats. His name glorify. Why doesn't he say glorify Allah morning and evening? Too much noise now in the background. If you can hear it, sorry about this. No. Glorify Allah. Morning and evening. Or just glorify Allah. Oh, you have believed, remember Allah with much remembrance and glorify Him. Surah Azab ayat 41 to 42. Oh, you believe, remember Allah. 42. Surah 33 ayat 42. So if you find out 42 who Allah is, we are discovering if there is a God or not. And with this pure awareness is God. Yes, now here he says, and glorify Him morning and evening. See, yes, we've got a direct one. Glorify Him morning and evening. Yeah. But in other places, why does it say glorify His name or glorify His praise? This I need to see, contemplate on, and then come. TCFT, foot little Lord. Sorry, I can't read all that. Candid camera. What is this going on? Sorry, no spamming, please, brother. So, thank you. Okay? And then we go back to the notes. Who is God? If you really knew who God is, would you go against Him? And we'll see why the mind makes you, those who are in and out of this pure awareness, why the mind zaps you into the world, and again, you lose that, you lose this pure awareness. Who is God? Is He, so He's not merely His names. Can we describe Him? No. Those are merely His names. Attributes. Are His signs enough to tell us He exists? We've seen, for some people generally saying no, there's no proof of God's existence. And also there's no proof, complete proof that He doesn't exist. But we can't rely on that there's no proof, complete proof that He doesn't exist. So they go on that there's not sufficient proof. Proof is lacking, at least we can say this, right, of His existence. Why does He ask us to worship Him in form when He is formless? Can I get some help? Or let's see, if I thought I'll just come like this and see, challenge myself. I sometimes come here challenging myself if I can. Maybe God will, maybe let's see, I can find something here, how to discover, and you can see how I try to loosely put logic or things like that. And then again, I will come on this later on. Can we say this? If He's formless and He wants us in form to worship Him, and worship would mean what? To devote our lives to Him. Why does He ask us to worship Him in form when He is formless? I have to think about this. It just came to me, so I wrote it down without thinking, and I came here on this. So these are the points to contemplate on. I still have to work on this. Are His messengers enough to guide us? You have seen what happens there. Not only in, like all religions, they have these sects different. Catholicism, Protestants, in Christianity, Lutherans. Now we have this, I heard, the ones, what do they call them? The other denominations in Christianity. Then we have, if I may call it that, then we, in Islam, Muslims, we have different sects. Some say Quran only, some say call us Muslims only. Now they've been called Muslim believers. Some say we are Ahl Sunnah, Sunnis and Shias. One book. And we'll look at the differences. Is it enough? Are His messengers enough? Who is God? Shouldn't we know who God is? And if we can't know who God is, we can only know Him through His attributes and His signs. It's not enough. You see, you will falter. Maybe, okay, some of you going on that only, you have not harmed Muslim believers. You have not harmed anyone. You don't speak against any fellow Muslim, another sect or anything. you go on in your life wanting to be, emulating, what do you call it, taking Prophet Muhammad as an example, want to be a great, good Muslim, and you have reached that, or you are higher in that. So, what was the line of reasoning? And the conclusion is that it's, yes, you've done that, you can reach that. Some haven't. Some have faltered, and what can we say about them? That they are kacha, they are not that sincere in their religion. Where is the fault? So, okay, they are not sincere. Should we not help them be sincere? In what way? If, like, we tell them, so through our example, or by words, or by pushing it, those who enjoin good and for command. Okay, here it says those, they enjoin good. What does this enjoining means? Like, you, how would you force them? Would you try to convince them? What would you try to do? And enjoin good and forbid evil. So how will you go about forbidding this in other people, other fellow Muslims? Violently, by reprimanding them, by, because Allah also says there's no compulsion in religion, and yet He's gone against His that ayat against the Jews and the Christians. Ahle Kitab, by obliterating their face, telling them that He will curse them, obliterate. So you see what you have learned, maybe. Oh, it's terrible. So the believers, both men and women, are allies of one another. They enjoin good, forbid evil. Establish prayer, pay zakah, obey Allah and His Messenger. Surely Allah will show mercy to them. I think His mercy should come before, even when you want someone to believe in you and to do your commands. What is missing? A lot is missing, it seems. So some people are not even able to maintain that pure awareness, right? Shouldn't we be gentle, understanding, give understanding hearts? Robert Schuller wrote a book. In it, he gave that example of Solomon from the Bible. God asked Solomon, what do you want? He said, I want a discerning or understanding heart. The Bible verse says discerning mind, heart. So through understanding, through love, helping those who are weaker, maybe they haven't been, due to some influence in their life, some have lost grace. And we should never, I think we should avoid, although I'm just giving you the best, not that I've put it in action or been able to put it in action. I also get angry and all this. But the best way is the gentle way, right? Non-violent ways. Love, unconditional love. And the strongest man, the strongest person, he is able to do this, like God has said in Surah Fussilat. None is granted it, save one who has great good in him. And that good should come from God, right? According to the rule of the Quran. And how can you be strong? Like, we understand Muslim, even in Muslim believers, we have some not so good Muslims, some, okay, normal. They don't follow everything by the letter. Yet they are not bad, we say, and they're good. They're okay. So, seeing a weakness, trying to help the fallen, seeing that something in them made them weak, yet, you would say they didn't try. So Allah knows best about that, right? Whether it was a weakness in them or a faith, less faith, they weren't that sincere about Islam, but we tried. What I'm saying is that could we not understand and not draw the conclusion that Allah, they were not that sincere about Islam, that's why they're, just leave them. Yes, leave them, but maybe we can help them, support them on the sidelines. Say something could save them, something could make them, give them the strength to be sincerely, with ikhlas, devoted to their religion. Oh, someone wants to do a hijab and is trying to, they really want to do hijab, but they can't do hijab somehow, right? But they're trying, and sometimes, putting it on, and slowly, so that once you do that, then you can't leave it because that's terrible sin or something. It's worse. Once you do the hijab, a Muslim starts the hijab, to, take it off is even worse then. So like that, we could help someone, Muslims even, become better Muslims, stronger in the faith, and be able to follow their religion by the letter, right? So like that. Instead of violent ways, like discipline yourself, do this, that. I think even like saying that push yourself, like if you don't want to pray, this is your nafs, fight against your nafs. How you can go to God in a, like you're going to your beloved every day, 5 times a day, and not feel lazy or anything. When you miss your beloved, you yearn. Oh, I want to see this beloved. I want to meet her, and it's 5 or him 5 times a day, every day, like you want to see your family every day, your beloved every day, earthly beloved. So being a good Muslim, helping you like that. Why shouldn't we do that in that manner? And enjoining good is in what manner? They enjoin the right and forbid from the wrong. And forbidding from the wrong is in what manner, right? It shouldn't be violent, forceful. We should be understanding. Some people are got into bad habits or the influence of bad friends, bad company. So Allah also says, keep good company. Keep company with the truthful. This is the best company. So I was told, read about saints and all. That would really help you. Since our Imam is in occultation and we can't be with religious scholars, right? Male religious scholars. A Shia Sayyid told me that he's reading these books on saints and all to get get that maybe he'll be blessed with strength also to inspired to be a good Muslim, like a saintly Muslim. So this. Oh, so here we are back. So we the formless, we can in a linear manner, in a form manner, we the form, sorry, Allah the formless, sorry. So can't, like, okay, the way Allah has told us to worship Him, pray to Him, praise Him, morning and evening, praise Him. So we can praise Him, but do we recognize He's limitless? Okay, He's limitless, and He's limitless. We recognize that His power is limitless, and He has no form. I'll think about it, contemplate on this. You also think about it, and maybe we'll find some answers. Maybe someone uploads a video on this, very succinctly, nicely explained, well. But for now, I think this is enough, that these things that we can contemplate on and what I've said, disorderly manner. Please forgive me for that. And discover. If you find this boring, I'm really sorry. Sometimes going into silence here on live stream. It's okay. Silence, it's not bad. And I don't think I should be coming here to just talk. So I hope you understand when I take pauses, when I'm silent, the value of the silence. So all these questions in my mind as a Shia also later on started to have doubts about my religion, but I said, to be on the safe side, I better hang on to this religion. Scared of the fire of hell and the punishments in the grave. And the punishments after death, in the hereafter, on Judgment Day. What if, oh God, Shia, oh, the Allah, I have to stand in front of Allah, and He won't take that no for an answer, like, sorry God, I didn't understand you. That's not in our religion, that we can say that. So you would say Muslims would say He's given us His attributes, and He's told us He's formless, He's beyond His creation, even energy, let's say, right? Beyond His creation, energy, yet He's told us, He's made us aware. And then He's given us His names, His attributes, to praise Him by at times, and even His praise, to praise that also, to exalt His praise. Methods here. But He's told us He's formless, and you cannot know Him in that way. His essence you cannot know. And Mullah Sadra's essence precedes. Okay, that is another thing now I jump to. So you say that's okay, that's right. He's formless. But then, you see here, when he made us witness his, what? This also. His attributes, or that he is Lord. Now, what is Lord? Rabb. Rabb comes from the word. It means what? So he didn't say, am I Allah? Right? Bandagi. Surah Araf, ayat 172. We need to see this. Contemplate, closely examine this. Rabbuka. This is, he's like a Lord, meaning Rabb means provider, providence, nourisher. What does that mean? From the children of Adam, from their loins, their descendants, and made them testify. Ashhada, like now we are present here. We are testifying. We are fully aware of this. You know what is shahada, what is witness? To bear witness to something which is formless. Allah has made us bear witness to Him. How? How to Himself? In what manner? We can't see Him. He is unseeable, right? He's the unseen. Made them testify over themselves, here it says, over their souls. Over themselves, this means souls. Am I not your Lord, bi Rabbikum? And what is this testimony really? You need to understand what this testimony is. How? What? Witness. You have to be present. You're physically present there. Okay, you're physically present here in this form. Not by just words. What does he need to do more? What does he need to show you? Because you should be seeing, shouldn't you? In witness form? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But as for seeing that, am I not your Lord? Just through hearing this? Are you here just through your ears? What are you? What is this witness? This testifying? They said, yes, we have testified. Lest you should say on the day of resurrection, indeed we were of this unaware. Ghafil. In ghaflat, unaware. So you see, because this is not explained properly to you, if this was explained and shown to you, now, like Moji Baba shows it. Unaware meaning ghaflat, you're in ghaflat. Ghafileen. Never mindful. And you also need to understand what this means. That you were unaware. So, how did he make you testify? Make you aware of him, right? By hearing? By just saying yes. He said, you've heard his voice? Like Moses, oh Musa, come. Has he spoken to you? So if you say that you heard his voice, he's limited because his voice, you heard him and he's the all-hearing. How did you testify to him? Like, what did Imam Ali say about this thing when, when he even said to Musa, oh, I have to search all that up. So was it his voice that came to Musa, or how? Otherwise, it would be limited if his voice came to Musa. So I have to search Surah Ayat and go to multilingual Quran, and so this all. So you see, someone who has, you see, easy is what? It's easy could be. Now let's drop everything, right? Drop everything, your thoughts, everything. Now, could it be that he has communicated to you by making you aware that he is your Lord? And so what is awareness? Awareness meaning, I'm taking a Western meaning, knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. Of a situation. And what is pure awareness? You see, then it's not knowledge. Am I not your Lord? How much knowledge were you given in this? And what does Lord Rab mean? You know what Rab means? Rabbil. Rabbil. Ya Rabbil Alamin. What does Rab mean in Islam? The Lord. Lord. This also we have to see. Is an Arabic word to refer to God as Lord. The term is used by Arabs and Punjabis and refers himself several. What does Rabb mean? Does it not mean the nourisher? Owner, master. Oh, okay. Rabb means owner, master. It doesn't mean nourisher. It means owner. Oh, and it's spelled with a double B. Okay, he's your Rabb, your master, your owner. Then we go back to this ayat, Surah Araf, ayat 172. And we go to Band Ismaili, Surah 7. Let's see, and I'll be here and there. 172. If you believe with total certainty, then countless cycles of Adams have elapsed. No, Adam, total certainty. You see, how do you believe in this total certainty? It makes me nervous, that's why I crack up here. How is it possible for the covenant of am I not to be a single spiritual event? Even if someone believes in one Adam only, it is established and clear that the covenant of am I not your Lord, Surah 7 ayat 172, takes place in the personal world of every prophet, every imam, every bab, every hujjat and others, since it is an event of the same nature which is repeated in different ages. We can say that this is the renewal of the covenant of am I not. Further, the secrets of this covenant are related to the children of Adam, and the children of Adam in the true sense are the perfect men who are present in all ages. Praise belongs to God, the Lord of the worlds. Alam-e-Dar, world of particles. Question 86. What does Alamadar mean? Where is it? Is it physical or spiritual? So this happened in Alamadar, they're saying. Is it? Are they saying this because the questioner is asking world of particles or above the world of particles? Let's see. Maybe this happened above the world of particles. If it is physical, why cannot everybody see it? Answer. Alamedar means the world of particles, which means the particles of the souls. So it exists in this world and is a compound of the subtle body and soul. There's a great wisdom hidden in its being so. It can be seen only after the eye of the heart opens. Therefore, everybody cannot see it. It was the Alam-e-Dar in which God had asked the souls of the people to confess His Lordship, Rububiyat. Am I not your Lord? And the soul said yes. It was the Alam-e-Dar in which God asked, right? So it was in the Alam-e-Dar, the world of particles, subtle body and soul, which is a compound of the subtle body and soul. So it happened here. Very good. Thank you. Then Noah's Ark and particles of soul, no conscience. How did it become possible for them to do so while they had no consciousness? Let's read the whole. Let's start with the whole question. You have said that the spiritual particles in the loins of the Mormons believers carried in Noah's Ark had seen the scene of the deluge. Here the question arises, how did it become possible for them to do so while they had no consciousness? Answer, today all the people living on the planet Earth were, before now, spiritual particles in the loins of the children of Adam. The Lord of the world took them from there and brought them in the spirituality of a personality where the divine light was illuminating the realities and gnosis. Then God asked those particles, am I not your Lord? They said, yes, verily. Surah 7, ayat 172. This shows that where the divine light illumines things, not only do the spiritual particles receive consciousness, but also all the inanimate particles speak out. As the Quran says, they will say, Allah gave us speech. Who gave speech to all things? Surah 41, ayat 21. Thus, the light of prophethood and imamat was illumining the spiritual particles in Noah's Ark, and all souls, in a way, were observing this great deluge. Observing it, right? So observing comes in, seeing, witnessing, offspring of the children of Adam. It begins, let me read more. There cannot be any doubt that the words of the Quran are extremely comprehensive. For instance, think about the covenant of alast. Alast. Am I not? Mentioned in Surah 7, ayat 172. It begins with the words wa'id. Okay, Rabbuka, Akhad. I may not be able to pronounce this Arabic word properly, but Rabbuka. That when your Lord took the offspring of the children of Adam from their loins and elevating them from the stages of spirituality caused them to reach the world of intellect, where their inner eye, okay? And so let's make it easy. You know what this intellect is? It's not from the mind, right? If you can see what pure awareness is, where their inner eye became open and they were shown the higher end of their soul. Higher end of their soul. It must be remembered that Akhda, he took, he held. is the act of divine hand, the manifestation and perfection of which is at the place of intellect. There, whatever is in his fist is everything. Oh, Akhta he took in his hand, in his fist. There, whatever is in his fist is everything, including intellect and the offspring of Adam. Even a lust, am I not, is like the removal of time. Oh, the Quranic mention of the event a lust, am I not, is like the removal of time. Your mind, oh, Jiddu Krishnamurti. This is, in this event, the spirituality and luminosity of prophets and imams is mentioned together and the time between them removed. So like you can see that in itself it is seeing pure awareness. You might have, so this time, it is timeless, it is beyond mind, thought. Thought is time. Jiddu Krishnamurti. I would, to understand that in depth, to see it, you can go to Jiddu Krishnamurti. I cannot explain it right now here to you. You might have studied the article of the removal of time. It is very great revolutionary secret. It is a very great revolutionary secret. See verse Surah 7, Ayat 172, in which the event of a lust is mentioned. Sorry about the work going on. My neighbor's a lust. Oh, am I not? God says in Surah 7, Ayat 172, am I not your Lord? This is indeed the event of the personal world. And why does he say it like in a negative, positive way? Am I not your Lord? He should have said, like he said to Moses, Moses, I am who I am. Why does he say, am I not your Lord, like this? But also, so you can read all this. I do not say I'm going to read all this. That is how I brought you up, Spirit. On this road, why not? Am I not your Lord? This is indeed the event of the personal world when a moment is salik, reaches the rank of the truth of certainty by divine guidance and providence, and he is given all those bounties and favors which are kept in grades and degrees in the stages of spirituality and intellectuality. Then God asks him and others like him, am I not your Lord? That is, have I not brought you up spiritually and intellectually? They will testify in their respective times and say, O bounteous Lord. So here it's explaining when they realize this, they will testify again in this world. Right? Moment is like salik, reaches the rank of truth, of certainty. Have you been confirmed in yourselves who you are, what your truth is? Are you aware of that? Not by intellectuality, stages, degrees, and you can do it through meditation. But what is this pure awareness that you need to confirm, to know? If you want to know the absolute truth, this is the only way, and see it, not even know it. It's not knowledge, sorry. It's not knowing, right? Knowing, like how knowing? So don't take the knowing, I say, as knowledge, gaining knowledge of it. It's remove all that knowledge you've learned, your worldly knowledge, through the mind, the information you have gained here through the mind, through experience, learning, information, thought, completely just let go, empty yourself, rid yourself of all the knowledge and all this. Don't give attention to the form, your form, even your body or anything. And see what is left over, or what is here. Is it a byproduct, or is this the reality, the absolute reality? Duriyat, the world of particles. And what is of the perfect man from his loins, which in due time annihilated in him, and became one with him. Then God made him to be present at the upper end of his soul and made him observe. You see, and see it. Yes. So thank you, this hikmah is my a band. Observe and see it, right? This is being aware of it. It's separated but disturbance, noise of multiplicity. Empty yourself. Then God made him to be present at the upper end of his soul and made him observe and see it and made him a witness of this great miracle. Not by hearing Allah, but by observing, seeing it. Am I not your Lord? All these mean when Allah communicated that, maybe not even through sound, but something else. Not only that, but it also alludes to his holy vision and supreme recognition. Ashhadu, ashhadu. Okay, I can't say this. Allah anfusahum. Not only that, but it also alludes. What means alludes? To his holy vision and supreme recognition. Thus, the verse of the covenant of Am I not embraces all spiritual and intellectual events. How can you embrace all the spiritual and intellectual events? Through the mind or through pure awareness, which is absolute, something which is absolute, which is timeless. Only then can you embrace it. You can't embrace it through, right? The sum of all spiritual and intellectual events. How can you recognize that then? Well, by his holy vision and supreme recognition, how can you recognize them? Is it recognition? Is it from cognition? The word used here is English recognition. So how do you and then we have to check recognition. This is how I do it. I know it's a terrible meaning. Identification of someone or something or person from previous encounter or knowledge. Okay, I have to go now. I will come back later. Thank you so much.